because I think what you're dealing with here is for heavy developers or heavy Power BI modelers, are you using modeling on the web? And I'm sure I've done some edits myself, but
Yeah.
like, let's just start off like, where does this actually fit in terms of the actual workflow? Because, like I said, the context here for me is the feature feels so is almost meant for like the friendly user just to go and make some quick edits,
That's a
which
good
is not
question.
the same person we're talking about.
Yeah, let me unpack your question here a little bit, how I interpret it a little bit, because I might interpret your question slightly different, Tommy, than how you're asking it, right? For this particular feature, right? So we're talking modeling on the web. I think this makes a ton of sense when you are going to be pulling data together in the lakehouse, and then from the lakehouse, you're going to go to a semantic model.
Okay.
So, like for example, if I'm in Power BI Desktop, I can connect to like SharePoint. I can connect to a website, an API call. Like I can do a number of things in desktop. I can pull those things together and use Power Query to build the tables, and then directly link them into the semantic model. When I'm editing queries for web, there's no Power Query experience in the model editing experience, right? You have to do something with a data flow or some kind of data loading process to make the tables of the data. So for me, the breakpoint is if you want to use Power Query, directly link to semantic models and build reports right off of that, that still feels like a desktop application, right? I'm going to connect to Snowflake. I'm going to get those tables in desktop. I'm going to muck with the semantic model. I'm going to do that in desktop. As soon as you start bringing all your tables to the service, right? That's where the lake house is where this, I think, changes for me because Microsoft has made it so easy for me to go into the SQL Analytics endpoint. And instead of going into SQL Analytics endpoint and writing M code, I go there and just say, select the lakehouse I want, pick the schema I need, pick off the tables, done. So Microsoft is really shifting a lot here, I think. They're really focusing on bring all the data to the lake. Once you have that, modeling the web becomes much easier. Now, my workflow is almost 90% bring all data to a lakehouse, bring all data into Delta tables in the lakehouse. And because all my workload is focused on getting the data to the lake, it's very easy for me to go modeling on the web,